Okay, here's a thought experiment for you. What if every click, every scroll, every single purchase you make online isn't just, you browsing? What if it's actually a meticulously orchestrated journey designed specifically for your brain?
It sounds a bit sci-fi, doesn't it? But it's closer to reality than you might think.
Exactly. It's provocative because, well, web designers aren't just making things look nice anymore. They're playing this really sophisticated science-backed game with our attention. So today on the Deep Dive, we're going to pull back that curtain. We're diving into the startling neurological secrets behind the website you use every single day. You'll find out how these designs are subtly shaping your whole online experience, guiding your focus, maybe even nudging your decisions. Our mission here really is to give you a shortcut, a way to be genuinely well-informed about how these powerful neurological principles are used to grab and hold your attention, often completely under the radar. And all our insights today, they come from this really fascinating document called Decoding Attention, Web Design's Neuroscience Secrets. Seriously, get ready to see the web in a totally new light.
Indeed, we're about to unpack just how precisely these online experiences are crafted. It's all about guiding your focus and keeping you engaged. It's really a testament to how well designers are starting to understand the human brain.
Right. So if designers are playing with our brains, where does it even begin? Our source talks about something incredible, the hidden power of first impressions, this blink test. Can you tell us a bit more about that? Why is that split-second impression so powerful online?
It's genuinely remarkable. Users form opinions about a website in about 50 milliseconds. That's literally faster than conscious thought can even kick in.
50 milliseconds. Wow.
Yeah. It happens because your visual cortex, the part of your brain handling what you see, processes the aesthetics before your, let's say, higher level thinking even starts evaluating the content. It's just blink, and an impression is formed. And this blink test, it's deeper than just looks. That initial feeling, that perceived professionalism, it actually activates the anterior cingulate cortex.
So what's that?
Well, you can think of it as kind of a neural trust center in your brain. And it lights up before any rational assessment happens. It basically sets the stage immediately, trust or skepticism.
So trust is being established or not before I even read a single word. That's pretty profound. But, okay,
Yeah.
once we're past that blink, how do designers keep our eyes moving? Keep us looking where they want? The research mentions these F-shaped patterns.
Precisely. That's where things like the F-shaped scanning pattern come into play. Eye tracking studies consistently show this predictable behavior. People, especially when reading text online, tend to scan in a rough F or sometimes E shape, left side heavy, a couple of horizontal scans across.
Okay, I think I know what you mean.
And designers know this. So
Hmm.
they exploit these natural reading patterns. It helps reduce your brain's workload, what we call cognitive load. It makes it easier, faster for you to find information, almost effortlessly guiding your attention to the key stuff. It's why a well-designed site feels intuitive, you know? They're clearing the mental path for you.
That makes a lot of sense. So, okay, that super fast first impression is made, F-pattern scanning. But designers don't just stop there, right? They actively guide where our eyes land next. Tell us about this spotlight effect.
Ah, the spotlight effect. Yeah, that's a classic technique. Designers use things like high contrast, different sizes, and crucially, strategic white space. These create visual pop-out effects. They literally hijack your brain's attention mechanisms.
Hijack. How?
Well, there's a part of your brain called the superior colliculus. It handles rapid visual reflexes. It's automatically drawn to high contrast elements. So it's not really a conscious choice you're making. It's almost an automatic reflex drawing your eye where the designer wants it.
So our brains are just hardwired to notice these things.
Yeah.
Okay, what about something as basic as color? How does color psychology play into this?
Oh, color is huge. It goes way beyond just making things look good. Take red, for instance.
Mhm.
It tends to trigger a sense of urgency. And this isn't just like a learned association. It actually activates the amygdala, your brain's emotional core, signaling something important or immediate.
Okay, and blue.
Blue, on the other hand, tends to build trust. It engages the prefrontal cortex, the part involved in reasoning and decision-making. And what's really fascinating here is that these responses aren't just cultural. They seem to be pretty deeply rooted, perhaps even evolutionary.
That's a powerful point, evolutionary, not just learned. And it's not just color, is it? The source mentions directional cues, arrows, faces looking a certain way.
Exactly. Things like arrows, or even just the direction someone's eyes are looking in an image, or implied motion paths, they all exploit our brain's natural tendency to follow directions. It guides you through the site, often without you even consciously realizing you're being led.
Can you give us some examples from the document? How does this work in practice?
Sure. Let's take the call to action button, that buy now or sign up button. The source calls it the irresistible CTA. Designers use, well, vibrant colors, plenty of white space around it, maybe make it a bit larger. This ensures it captures your immediate attention. Your eye is drawn right to it. It's deliberately designed to be, well, irresistible to your gaze.
So that button placement and look is no accident.
Not at all. And then there's strategic white space. This isn't just empty space on the page. It's used deliberately. By surrounding an element with empty space, it isolates it, makes it pop visually, drawing your focus. Plus, it reduces that cognitive load we talked about. Your brain can process the key information more easily without feeling cluttered or overwhelmed.
So empty space is actually doing a lot of work.
Absolutely. It might look empty, but it's a powerful tool for guiding attention and making the page feel clean, intuitive. So the key takeaway here really is that these techniques aren't just about aesthetics. They are scientifically validated methods to influence where you look and what you prioritize on a page. By understanding these neurological levers, designers can craft experiences that lead pretty directly to higher engagement and ultimately conversions.
Okay, that covers how they get our attention initially. But what keeps us coming back? Scrolling for hours sometimes. This is where it gets really interesting, right? Tapping into the brain's reward system.
This is where things get fascinating and incredibly fast. Think about instant gratification, even tiny things, micro interactions.
Like what?
Like, say, a loading animation that spins smoothly or a button changing color slightly when you hover your mouse over it. These can trigger a little dopamine release in your brain within just 100 milliseconds. It exploits our brain's reward prediction system, gives you that tiny hit of pleasure, makes the interaction feel smooth, satisfying, and encourages you to just keep going.
Wow, 100 milliseconds for a dopamine hit from a hover effect?
Yeah.
That's incredible. Okay, then there are variable rewards. The source compares this to slot machines. Social media feeds feel like a prime example here, right? That unpredictable reward schedule.
Exactly like slot machines. Your ventral striatum, that's a key part of your brain's pleasure and motivation center, it absolutely craves the unknown, the unpredictable reward. That's precisely what drives that endless scrolling behavior on social feeds. You never know what JPEG, a great post, a notification, a funny video you'll find next. That unpredictability is incredibly compelling, almost addictive.
And that craving gets even stronger with personalization hits, doesn't it?
It really does. When content feels tailored specifically to you, it activates those reward centers much more intensely than generic stuff. That feeling of, this was made for me, creates these really powerful engagement loops. You feel seen, understood, valued, and that drives a deeper connection and makes you want to come back.
You really do see these loops everywhere online once you start looking. Like social feeds, infinite scroll, push notifications. They're constantly playing on those variable rewards, conditioning you to seek those little bursts of social validation or novelty. You just keep checking, keep scrolling, right?
Absolutely. Or think about e-commerce.
Yeah.
Those personalized recommendations customers also bought, you might like this.
Yeah.
They activate those same reward pathways. It creates the seamless loop of discovery and potential acquisition. It encourages more browsing, more buying. It's like a personalized shopping spree designed just for your brain's reward system.
And streaming services too. Autoplay of those next up cues.
Perfect example. They're designed to reduce decision fatigue. You don't have to choose what's next. It just flows. It effortlessly guides you from one piece of content to the next, capitalizing on our brain's desire for easy consumption. It's pretty masterful at keeping you glued.
So putting this all together, what does this mean for us, just regular folks using the internet every day? It feels like web design is way more than just looks or ease of use. It's deeply psychological.
It really is. It's tied into how our brains are fundamentally wired. Designers are often quite skillfully leveraging our built-in cognitive biases.
Okay, let's talk about those biases. The source mentions things like anchoring effects.
Right, anchoring. The first piece of information you see, especially a price, becomes an anchor, a reference point. Your brain then judges subsequent options relative to that anchor. So seeing a high price first can make other prices seem more reasonable by comparison, even if they're objectively still high. It's why you often see the premium option listed first.
Makes sense. What else? Social proof.
Social proof is huge. Reviews, ratings, seeing lots of people bought this. It triggers our herd instinct. We want to do what others are doing. And what's really compelling is the neuroscience behind it. Mirror neurons in your brain actually fire when you observe others' behavior, influencing your own choices directly. See thousands of good reviews. Your brain basically thinks, safety in numbers, this must be good.
So my brain is literally mirroring the crowd.
Wow.
And the Zeigarnik effect, that
That's
sounds intriguing.
The Zeigarnik effect is our tendency to remember unfinished tasks better than completed ones. Online, think about progress bars for filling out a profile or steps in a checkout process. These create a kind of mental tension. Your brain has this completion drive. It wants to finish what it started. It's like an itch you need to scratch, making you more likely to complete the process.
It's amazing how these subtle things work on us. And designers apply these strategically, don't they? Like leveraging scarcity.
Definitely. Creating urgency with limited time offer or only 3 left in stock. This taps directly into our primal fear of missing out FOMO. It pushes us towards faster decisions, maybe before we've fully thought things through.
And framing choices optimally.
Yeah, that's about how options are presented. The source notes how emphasizing the gains of choosing an option rather than the potential losses of not choosing it can significantly influence decisions. It's all about making the desired choice feel like the most positive or least risky one to your brain.
And lastly, building commitment, that foot in the door thing.
Exactly. Start with a small, easy request. Sign up for a newsletter, download a free guide, just give an email address. Once you've made that small commitment, you're psychologically more inclined to follow through on larger ones later, like making a purchase or signing up for a paid service. It's a gradual process of increasing investment.
So recapping this whole deep dive, it's clear web design isn't just surface level. It leverages this incredibly deep neurological understanding. From those split-second first impressions and guiding our gaze, to engineering our brain's reward loops and tapping into these fundamental cognitive biases. It's all geared towards capturing attention, driving engagement, and influencing our actions.
It really does reshape how you look at your screen, doesn't it? It highlights the significant power designers have. But for us as users, it also brings a new level of awareness, which is empowering in itself.
Absolutely. And there's an opportunity here too, right? This knowledge of neuroscience-informed UX, it can be used to create experiences that genuinely serve users. Things that reduce cognitive load, make complex information easier to grasp, maybe even support well-being by designing for clarity and ease, not just endless engagement metrics.
That's the hopeful side, yes. It presents a choice for designers. The source puts it quite powerfully, actually. It says something like, the future belongs to designers who understand both the brain's vulnerabilities and its potential for growth.
The brain's vulnerabilities and its potential for growth. That's definitely something to chew on next time you're online.